questions. So thanks for joining us today, Nick. We really appreciate it. So the first question this week comes from Connor in Dublin, who asks, can an online GP in Ireland prescribe antibiotics or other medications?
Yes, again, good question, Connor. So in line with a traditional GP visit, after your consultation with an online GP, the GP will make a provisional diagnosis or an actual diagnosis and will advise on a course of treatment, which can be advice, it can be referral, or might be some medication, which can include antibiotics, of course, or anti-inflammatories or painkillers, as the case may decide. So yes, Connor, an online GP can prescribe antibiotics and other medication.
Very good, thank you so much. Orla from Cork wonders, what services can I access through an online GP consultation in Ireland?
Again, a very common thing we get asked by people contacting the service. Especially, we've got a B2B offering where we have an online GP service for corporate clients, and it's a very common question we get asked by the HR departments is what actually can Get Healthcare provide for them. So traditional GP consultations that can be safely delivered online are clearly the most obvious one. This includes prescriptions, illness or medical certificates as required. We can arrange specialist or consultant referrals if needed. So again, we would often have people who might have skin conditions going on for a long time, may have seen a number of doctors, and may now decide, look, I want to get referred to a specialist. And of course, through the online GP consultation with Get Healthcare, we can do that. Also, we can make referrals for X-rays and MRIs and ultrasounds. Again, we will have patients who may have hip pain, knee pain, back pain, and these patients will often consult with us online with the hope or with the expectation that they might be referred for an X-ray or an MRI as appropriate. And again, following the consultation with the GP where the clinical scenario requires a referral for X-ray and MRI, through the online consultation you get that referral. So again, that's referral for X-rays, MRIs, and ultrasounds. The online consultation or the online GP is particularly helpful for mental health services. So full access to mental health services, very good for continuity of care with mental health services. Ease of access to appointments and not having to travel to appointments. All those good things about the online GP space. General health advice, men's health, women's health, preventive healthcare, and some occupational health services. So it's quite broad spectrum of services that can now be safely provided online.
Excellent. So Flynn from Galway inquires, is it possible to speak to an online GP in Ireland outside of normal working hours?
Yeah, it is, Flynn, is the short answer. It's similar to working hours for conventional GP practices. The workforce in the online space out of hours is a little bit thinner, but it absolutely is possible to consult with a GP online out of hours, and Get Healthcare are very happy to provide that service.
Great. Mia from Limerick asks, how quickly can I get a sick note from an online GP in Ireland?
I might leave you answer this one, and that's okay.
So turnaround times somewhere between 2 and 4 hours for the express cert, and within 24 hours then for the normal cert. We try to get them to people as quick as possible, but the express cert is sub 4 hours, and the standard cert is sub 24 hours. So it is a quick service. If you take a video call, you'll pretty much get it instantly afterwards. So we're always trying to bring down those figures, as we know that it is quite a time dependent product.
So just to follow up on that, like each application for an illness certificate is dealt with by our Irish registered GPs and doctors, and the clinical information that's provided is considered along with the person's role, what they do. and the length of absence that's required to facilitate recovery. And in each individual case, the doctors refer to the patients and review the patient's clinical condition before issuing an illness certificate. But as you said, there are turnaround times are quite impressive there, from same day to within a couple of hours.
Yeah, great. So Owen from Waterford is curious. Can I use an online GP service for
physical examination where the doctor will listen to the chest and also do a breathing test to assess the limitation of the airways, and where that is needed, of course, an in-person consultation will be needed.
Very good, thank you. Ronan from Wexford asks, do online GPs in Ireland offer referrals to specialists or hospital services?
Yes, so very, very similar to the traditional GP consultation. When an online GP makes a diagnosis that requires the opinion of a specialist, or where the online treatment has reached a ceiling of care that requires the input from a specialist, well then absolutely the online GP can make a referral to specialists. And we see this all the time in mental health and physical health, where we refer patients to specialists. The patient will be seen by the specialist. The specialist opinion will come back to the online GP service, and it will form part of the patient's medical file, very much in keeping with the traditional GP model.
Okay, very good. Neil from Donegal asks, and this is the last question, what is the process for getting a prescription delivered through an online GP in Ireland?
So, I suppose this is really a pharmacy question, but I suppose to get your prescription prescribed by the online GP, there are a number of ways of doing it, depending on the type of prescription that you need. Some prescriptions can be safely issued or reissued if they're an ongoing medication by completion of a medical questionnaire online that will ask you the relevant, compliance questions that are needed to ensure that the medication can be reissued safely. And these may include the patient checking their own weight, checking their own height, checking their own blood pressure. But once all these variables have been completed and entered into the questionnaire, sometimes medications can be renewed and re-prescribed by the GP following that process. But again, if you go to the online consultation where you have a video consultation, if at the end of the video consultation the treatment plan includes a prescription, of course the online GP can prescribe that, and it can be sent through, like in Get Healthcare we use the health mail system, so that is an encrypted end-to-end secure email used by health services in Ireland, and we communicate the prescriptions through that system to the pharmacy of the patient's choice. Now there are online pharmacies, and that's a different question, where the patient can get the medication delivered, but that's not for us. That's a different question.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much for that. That's everything. That was episode 4 of the Get Healthcare podcast. If anyone has any questions or would like to ask Dr. Nick anything, please do feel free to email them to us, info@gethealthcare.ie, or follow us on socials and send us a direct message through social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. Dr. Nick, thanks so much for your time, and we'll chat again next week.
Thank you, Dylan, and have a good evening. Yeah.